Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on Zack Snyder's Justice League, or the Snyder Cut. And for today's video, I'll be breaking down and explaining the ending scenes which we got during Zack Snyder's Justice League, and what these ending scenes will be a setup for, or what they were supposed to be a setup for. And I'll be sharing you guys some theories which I have in regards to those ending scenes as well. But also I'll be talking about whether or not will we be seeing a sequel to Snyder's vision, and will the Snyderverse be restored or not. Now, although I saw this film the day it came out, it's a 4-hour long film, so I wanted to wait a bit so that everyone actually had the chance to see it before I actually, done a video on it. And also there's just been so many DC TV news dropping which I just had to do a video on first, so I had to delay this, which is why I'm doing it now. And I do understand that a lot of people want to take breaks in between as well, so I just thought it was best fitting to delay this video as well, so that everyone has a chance to see it and then I could actually talk about it later on. Now, just giving you guys my quick initial thoughts about the film. I thought it was a masterpiece. I absolutely loved it. It was miles better than that other film which we saw. This is definitely my favorite DCEU film, but also I think it's my second favorite movie of all time. It's very, very hard to choose, but I think this is my second favorite movie of all time. I still look back at this movie and I'm just shocked about how much they cut out. In this film, we go more in depth with all of the characters. Any character you could think of. The Flash and Cyborg have a hell of a lot more to do in this film for sure. They're like the main part, if you want to say, of this film. We actually see more of Steppenwolf's motivations, but also Darkseid scenes were really, really cool as well. But the part that got me, apart from Zack's gorgeous cinematography, the ending scenes, especially the Knightmare scenes, just wow. And if you guys want to know my favorite scene, spoiler alert in case you guys haven't seen the film, it's Superman's return. That scene with him just walking past a bunch of suits and hearing the voices of both his fathers, Jor-El and Jonathan Kent, was a really, really nice touch. And the recreation of the first flight scene just brought chills. But adding on to that, the cinematography when Superman just goes up out of space and just looks at the sun with like a T-pose, so beautiful. But what got me with that was the Man of Steel soundtrack with that scene. It was absolutely epic. But yeah, those were my quick initial thoughts about the film as a whole. But before I go over the ending scenes, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more DCEU content coming your way. Okay, so one of the ending scenes which we got was one of the most intense scenes of all, where the Flash actually gets hit by one of the parademons and the mother box pretty much explodes, killing everyone, in which we have the Flash entering the Speed Force, and he doesn't time travel. I know a lot of people think he time travels, but you could clearly see that he reverses time. He doesn't time travel because apparently in the DCEU the Flash needs the cosmic treadmill to time travel. So over here he actually reverses time and saves everyone, and those visuals, it was just so good. But then we have the Justice League as a team, not Superman alone, but as a team take out Steppenwolf, where we have Aquaman stabbing Steppenwolf, and then we have Superman blasting him away, with Wonder Woman finally delivering the final blow, chopping his head off as he is being sent back to Apocalypse through that portal which Darkseid opened. But then, as the icing on the cake to finish off Steppenwolf, Darkseid steps on his head, crushing the remains of Steppenwolf. And we then get this cool teaser to what was supposed to be a setup for the whole Justice League 2 storyline, with Darkseid finally coming into play. But we do see Granny Goodness, DaSaad and Darkseid looking at the Justice League members, with Superman back in his place where he belongs, and he's alive, he's no longer dead. Now DaSaad asks Darkseid what their plan is now that Steppenwolf has failed, and that they don't have access to the anti-life equation because Steppenwolf has failed, in which Darkseid responds that they know where the anti-life equation is. It's on Earth, and they will stop at nothing to reclaim it, and so that he could take over the multiverse. Now the thing over here is that they set up the multiverse because Darkseid said that he will use the anti-life equation to control the whole multiverse, in which if the Snyderverse does get restored, what they could do is that this Snyderverse could be taking place in another universe compared to the DCEU original timeline with the other movies, depending on if the Justice League is the canon one. But we then cut to the ending scene where the Justice League basically go their own ways. So we have Cyborg repairing his father's message, and instead of that Lois Lane monologue which we had in the Justice League, we got Victor's father doing the monologue for the Snyder Cut, and we had things like Ryan Choi becoming the head of Star Labs, the Aquaman scene where he basically goes to see his father, and then that leads into the events of the Aquaman movie. And then we obviously have the Hall of Justice setup with Batman and Wonder Woman, and we have the same I bought the bank scene. But we then have Batman on top of the Bat Tank, which was just such a visually cool shot. But after that, we also have a new shot of Wonder Woman, and she's at the temple where she got that warning about the mother boxes in the first place. But then we have the Superman scene, but the only difference over here is that he leaves with the black suit instead of the classic blue and red suit. And this would have originally been a setup to Man of Steel 2, I believe, but unfortunately that's not happening, at least anytime soon. Now also we have a different Lex Luthor scene. Not many people really noticed this, but it was quite different. And this time, instead of forming the Injustice League, which was in the Justice League, we have Lex telling Deathstroke Batman's identity and that he is Bruce Wayne. And this was also meant to be a setup to Ben Affleck's Batman movie, which originally was supposed to be the Batman movie. But now it's obviously Robert Pattinson's Batman movie due to Ben Affleck stepping down from the Batman project. But we then head to the Knightmare scene, which obviously is a flash forward to what actually ends up happening in the future, with Darkseid beating the Justice League and getting hold of the anti-life equation. Now we obviously did see in Cyborg's vision that he kills Aquaman, and it wasn't clear whether he killed Wonder Woman or not, but it seemed like he killed Wonder Woman as well. Now Superman over here has joined Darkseid, and as we know it, Darkseid kills Lois Lane and Clark's not yet born child, which was also a teaser in the Snyder Cut where we got the reveal that Lois seemingly was pregnant from that one shot with the pregnancy symbol on it. But then Darkseid will bend Superman using the anti-life equation and basically manipulate Superman and basically turns him evil. And in Cyborg's vision, we do see him destroying the things like the Hall of Justice. We do see him killing Kilowog as well. I believe it was one of the Green Lanterns, and him grabbing hold of the Batman cowl as well. So this leads me to believe that he thinks that he killed Batman, but Bruce seemingly was able to escape. And this leads to Batman forming his own team from the remains of the Justice League as well as other members. So we have Cyborg, the Flash, the Joker, Deathstroke, and Mira. And they are hiding from evil Superman because he is now searching for them to obviously kill them. Now the Flash is also in his Knightmare suit, and at this point he was going to time travel to warn Bruce's past self that Lois Lane was the key and that they have to prevent Superman from turning evil. That's what I think it was supposed to take place. I think they're trying to go somewhere where the Flash could use the cosmic treadmill so that he could travel to the BVS timeline and warn that version of Bruce Wayne that Lois is the key. That's what I think was going on over there. Now we do have Mira and Batman beefing it out until Mira mentions that Bruce has no idea what it's like to lose someone, in which we then have Joker coming into the scene, and he mentions all of Bruce's losses. So his mother, a father, and an adopted son. Obviously that being Dick Grayson, aka Robin. Now obviously Joker is taking the mick out of Bruce by saying this, as well as telling Mira that Bruce knows exactly what it is to lose the people he loves. But yeah, we have such a great scene between Ben Affleck and Jared Leto. I would love to see these two in a movie together, just going at it. These two were just great in the scene. but Bruce drops an F-bomb promising Joker that he will kill him eventually. Now Joker actually forms a truce by handing a Joker card to Batman, and the idea over here is that once this card is ripped, the truce between them two are broken. But as long as that card is fine, they are a team regardless of what happens. But then the team mentioned that they have to get moving because Superman will eventually find them, and all of a sudden we have the Man of Steel himself landing on the ground with his eyes glowing red. Now we then have Batman wake up from this nightmare he had again, but little does he know this is actually the future. It's going to happen. But present day Batman wakes up and he heads outside, in which he finds himself with Martian Manhunter. And this is to obviously set up Martian Manhunter joining the Justice League as well. Now originally this was supposed to be John Stewart's Green Lantern, but Snyder had another falling out with the studio, so he just changed it to Martian Manhunter, I guess. Now as far as I'm aware, Justice League 2 would have led into the event of the Justice League losing against Darkseid and Darkseid claiming the anti-life equation and actually setting up the Knightmare scenes which we have been seeing during BVS as well as the Snyder Cut. And Justice League 3 would have been the conclusion to all of this Knightmare future stuff and the conclusion to Darkseid's storyline with Batman making the ultimate sacrifice. That's what it was supposed to be. Now, will we get a Justice League 2 or 3? The honest answer is we don't know. Zack Snyder did say that this was a cul-de-sac at first, but also he did say that if he was asked to come back to finish off this vision, he would do so. The ending of this movie really did set up a lot, so I'm not really sure, but it seems like they kept the doors open for it to be greenlit. But from all the future DC movies that are being announced, it seems like they have moved away from the Snyderverse and it seems like they're doing their own thing at the moment. But if we are to get any sort of announcement, it would be in like 2 to 3 years time, not anytime soon. But again, we said the Snyder Cut was never going to happen. But look what happened, we got the Snyder Cut. So with hashtag restore the Snyderverse trending almost every single day, it's unpredictable to say whether or not we will actually see the continuation of Snyder's vision. But hopefully Warner Brothers do listen to their fans, because after this movie, after this masterpiece which I've just witnessed, I would love to see the continuation of this storyline. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought about the Snyder Cut. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.